Hi everyone, it's me, Darlene, and look who this is.
Do you remember when I never wanted to be on camera, ever?
Yes, and I think the first time you were might have been when we made you eat
Funny Bones.
Funny Bones, and it was you, me, and Skylar.
And I said 0 words.
You probably did.
Mm-hmm.
I'll link to that video down below when you want to see Derrick's debut. We are here for a reason, but before we get into that, I want Derrick to explain a little bit about his new podcast that he has with his sidekick, Jeff. I did talk about it a little bit in my previous video, but I want to tell you that I'm excited about this podcast.
Me too.
More than the other ones, because it's something that I have more interest in than you talking to Hernando people, which is awesome that you do that, but it's...
Plus, a lot of stuff is business oriented.
Right, and this is...
This is called the rhythm section because, you know, in the music world, the drummer and bass player are considered the rhythm section.
Right.
So Jeff's the drummer, I'm the bass player. That's why we thought, tongue-in-cheek, the rhythm section. And it's about music, and we're going to interview musicians in the local greater Memphis area.
Right.
But out of all the stuff I've put out there, this is really like the Derrick show in a way.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to say that Jeff isn't involved. He's very much involved. It's us. We're co-hosts, and we're having fun with this. We're coming up with ideas. But this is really like the most me. You know? Like
Yeah,
the Real Hernando podcast, it's all about the guest.
Right, exactly.
And this Rhythm Section podcast, it's about the guest too.
Right.
But me and Jeff are going to be ourselves, and I get to talk more, and I'm just going to throw my personality in there more.
Yeah, and you're going to have cool guests along the way. And the first one is when? You told me, 11:20-something?
The first what?
Guest.
Well, we don't know when it's going to publish yet. Oh, it's the... I don't really know. I'm sorry, you're going to have to edit this.
Did I even bring my phone?
So...
I think you said two more Mondays, it's just you and Jeff, and then eventually you're going to have somebody.
Yeah, so the 21st.
Right, I think that might be it. Yeah. So I will link to this podcast in the description, and his channel is Derrick Michaud. Are you saying Michaud now more than Michaud?
Yeah, I'm saying Michaud now. You have entered.
I know, but I didn't force you to do that.
No, it's just it makes more because it is right.
Well, and it is funny that we pronounced our names different ways.
I was saying it wrong. You know how I was.
It's no law.
No.
I can say what you want.
It's not Michaud, it's Michaud.
Right.
Certainly not Macad.
No, or Miha.
But the Rhythm Section podcast, Miha. The Rhythm Section podcast is going to be fun and good times. It's weekly. Eventually, we're just going to have a guest every week. Right now, it's just me and Jeff because we haven't recorded any interviews yet.
Right.
And we're also, every episode is going to have its own character as far as how it looks and sounds. We're testing the studio out. As you can't see behind this camera, there's lights and cameras.
Yes, I can see the lights.
Yeah. And
shining down on me.
We're recording at the table that the podcast is at, only you're seeing the other direction. So.
Yes, and I'm not using any of his fancy equipment. He wanted me to, but I said, "Look, we haven't done a video in a very long time."
I'll talk into it, pretending that it's working.
So,
too. There's your microphone.
Hello
Oh
there.
no, it's we'll wrap around the camera. But.
So I said, no, it's got to be my little camera on my little tripod, which is a step up from what I usually use, which is my old purse on the dashboard. That's what I use in my car all the time. So, I told Derrick that last night I texted him and I said, have you noticed anything about your comments? Right? And he did.
Message has been heard.
Yes.
No one likes the bass videos.
Right. So, backstory is, and I've never used that. I use that now, backstory, because you use that all the time.
You're learning.
Once upon a time, yes.
You're learning
yes. Once upon a time, August 25th. Now, that was a Thursday. Maybe you uploaded it on a Thursday and just
maybe because it was just a spur of the moment thing.
Yeah. So August 25th, You did a cover. I don't. I
Well,
wanted
I
to
can't-
see if you knew which
Okay.
ones you did
Okay, well,
in
then
what
hide 'em.
order.
Hide
I know. I
them.
had to print it out. So I can put it
There
right
you
down
go.
there. Okay. Do you know what the first one was?
Get down tonight.
Yes, and I loved it. I don't think you told me because you never would tell me. It was just you would send me the thumbnail so I can promote on my channel, and I was like, what the fuck? I was so excited, and I watched that that night.
Are you getting cut out here?
I am.
I don't know.
You mean-
when you move that way?
Oh.
you get-
I can get cut out. And we noticed that the comments were good. People enjoyed it, and I know it's because it's people my age who love that music so much. And so you had told me that you were going to try to do that every Friday night.
That lasted 2 weeks.
3.
3. So I've done 3.
You did 3. Okay, so do you know the second one?
Car wash.
Yes. And the third one? I was in love.
Oh, the KC song.
No. I was in love with them in the 70s with the tallest one, not the
Oh, that's right. I
twins.
did a Bee Gees song. That's right. The first one was the KC and Sunshine.
Yes.
Thing, Get Down Tonight.
And then the Bee Gees was which one? You should be dancing.
You should be dancing, yeah.
Okay, so for 3 Friday nights in a row, my life was pure heaven. I would just look forward to Friday and listen to that, and it's just not only listening, it's that I got to see you playing the bass
I
to
know.
it. Right? I didn't care that your bed was in the background and that the bathroom door was open or
could see the toilet
yeah,
paper in the
no,
bathroom.
no, you couldn't see that much. And I pretty much, begged you, "Look, you have to keep doing this. You have
and
to."
I kept saying I would. And
Yeah.
I still haven't.
And then do you know how long it's been?
Months.
2 months. The last one was September 9, and this is what, November 8 or something like that?
I forgot how to play.
So what he said to me was that he was busy with this studio.
Which I have been.
Yes, for sure. That's why I let you go 2 months. And he said the next video is going to be in this studio. So you didn't want to do it at home anymore.
Well, no. I mean, I
Because
wanted better lighting.
Right.
And
You were excited about, you knew you were getting good views and good comments.
Yeah.
The comments were the thing. Even though it's not monetized, it would be.
I also
yeah,
looked at it as bringing in different audience.
Exactly. So,
But now that I get the Rhythm Section podcast bubbling up, then it's more incentive to
Right.
get some music-centric stuff in there.
yes. This is the incentive right here.
I just got to relearn some songs, and but also I do want to do rock songs too on guitar, regular guitar.
Now, I don't know if I've ever seen you play regular guitar.
If you did, it was a long.
Yeah, when you were a
time
kid,
ago.
when
Yeah.
you first got your little acoustic from Sears and Roebuck catalog.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So when that next Friday you didn't have one, and then the next Friday, I have been saying it to you all along.
Always,
like, are you
I
going
know,
to be doing?
I
Yeah, well,
know.
when I'm busy and I have time. So my plan was when he is starting to do stuff in this studio, you can't give me the working
No
on the
more
studio
excuses.
right? So
And
now
you're
that-
right. There's no more excuses.
Right.
Because I need to do it. It's because I need to do it. And then,
So when you and Jeff were talking, I was like,
Yeah.
he can spend time doing this. He can spend time playing.
because I do legit want to do them also just for production purposes. Make them look good, multi-cameras,
I know.
you know.
And I have something about that here because I said, I know you mentioned.
I don't want to see.
I know you mentioned better videos with multi-cameras. See, I know you, and I'm all for that. I'm reading word for word here. But please start without waiting for all that. You can have a vision, but we can't wait for that vision. We can't wait for that.
I
So
know,
you just
I
start,
know.
and then you work your way up to
I'm
that. Isn't
kind
that
of-
funny that
know.
I touched on that
Well,
you just said it? Because you know.
It's part of my personality, as you can see. Well, you can't see the viewer, but you see in my studio.
know,
Like
I know.
it's just like I like things a certain way, and things are gonna
know.
look better.
And I'm the complete opposite of that. You want everything done before you start. I want to start before I plan on anything. When I did my first video, a craft video, I had no camera. You know what I did? I said the only camera I have is the little hole on my laptop.
Oh, wow.
So I rigged some boxes up so I could hover the laptop over my hands so I could do a craft. And I probably used it that way for a month. And then I said, okay, I think this is something I'd like to do. So I invested in my first camera. And of course, I bought the cheapest camera there was. So, and so we're not going to let your vision delay this process. And
I'm thinking January to get started.
You fucker. I won't survive it. I wouldn't. I do have a couple of questions, but I just wanted to read some of your comments, just so you know that I'm not the only one involved here. Oh yeah, so what happened is yesterday in a video, I said I got to tell my audience that they have to help me with this. So I put it out there that I needed this in my life. and then I knew that others liked it too. So I said, we've got to bombard his
message heard.
And yes, and so everybody chipped in and fought my battle with me.
Which I'm glad, though. It probably helped the video. It's like over 400 views
Right,
now.
because that was your video with Jeff, so that was cool. Wow. So let me just see what some people were saying, and I have some like little replies. This woman... Oh, and I listened to it, and I knew the song. I'm not good at knowing the names of songs.
I wish.
Stevie Wonder's I Wish, and that was good. And I wrote, he must, all caps.
You used to play that song with Danica.
I figured you might have.
I played that song in the casino band I toured with for several years. All the time. I played that song.
How come I can't see? Oh, comments.
There you go.
I don't usually look at comments on my iPad. Mom wants to hear more bass covers. Just listen to your mother. You know what she wants on your podcast. I'm a very old lady night owl, and I enjoy watching both you and your mother. Keep doing the good stuff. Well, thank you for watching both of us. Mm-hmm. Glad your mother told us about your podcast and really enjoyed it. Don't forget your mother wants you to do more bass covers. You know, everybody was throwing that in. And there was a couple. Somebody wanted Lizzo, and I actually agreed.
I'd have to learn that.
I know, and I don't want you to have to learn things.
Well, I'll have to. It's not like I have a 1,000 songs I can just remember and pull out.
Oh my God, I just saw a comment, and I was like, oh my God, somebody who talks like me, but it was me. Holy fucking shit. You are going to allow swearing? He said he was going to have swearing on his podcast with musicians because they're musicians.
Yeah.
All awesome people swear.
Parental advisory.
Yes. So I said, you are going to allow swearing. You make me so happy and proud, but I still need those bass covers. So there's just, a lot of comments, 52, and most of them say they want the bass covers.
I love playing disco and that funky stuff.
Yes.
So that's why the bass videos are going to be leaning more towards that genre, but I'll throw in some weird stuff like Hot Chili Peppers.
Oh, I love them. Yeah, I would like anything.
Maybe some Bruno Mars.
I know, that has to be in there somewhere.
But then I love hard rock, Metallica, just alternative rock. I'm the product of the 90s, so I like a lot of Pearl Jam and Nirvana. So
it's hot in here.
I'm going to play that stuff on my guitar.
I would love to hear you play the guitar. I really haven't since you were...
It's going to be very different. Like bass, funky disco, guitar, hard rock, you know. But also the other thing is when you do covers is part of it needs to be impressive visually. You know, so someone mentioned a Queen song, Another One Bites the Dust. Fun song. But to watch a bass player play that song is going to get boring quick. It's like the same thing for 4 minutes.
Well, that's why I want to get you the little twinkly light.
Well, so where songs like the Bee Gees stuff and Car Wash is like one of my favorite songs to play because it visually is pleasing. Like it shows like I'm funky and I'm playing up all and down the neck and it's impressive to watch.
Doing that thing called slapping.
Slap bass, yeah. It's impressive to watch. It's impressive to watch. But if I did an AC/DC song on bass, my hand would never move on the neck. It's just boring. It's just a non-visually pleasing bass line to watch someone play. Country, boring to play too, by the way.
Yeah, well, and you would know all these
So
things.
I have to find that balance of sounds good. It's a fun song that people know.
Right.
But also people can watch it and be interested in watching the person play it. Like, that's why drum covers are way more popular. Watching people play drums. There's so many channels, and I love them too, because watching a drummer is fun. Even if they are playing a basic AC/DC song, watching a drummer drum is exciting, and people like it.
And pointing out the drums is a good way for me to ask you this question, because I am absolutely curious. How do you get the song, and are you just playing bass over the bass that's already on that song? You
right
are?
Now, yeah, but I want to find...
How come we don't hear two basses?
Because I'm playing it note for note. I'm that good.
How would somebody do a drum cover?
Well, and I don't know, I thought of this, and I need to figure it out, because now you can find... What am I trying to say?
Can you find the song without the bass or without the drum?
The bass, yes.
Because that's what I was going to ask. Are you getting songs
No, I need
that
to figure
don't
that
have...
out, because it'd be cool if I didn't have the bass line. Because I was joking when I say note for note. It's just easier to mask, and there's moments in the Bee Gees song where I'm not playing it note for note, and you can hear the other bass.
I didn't notice that, and I watched thousands of times.
Well, I can notice it, but ideally, yeah, it'd be great to get tracks without the bass mixed
Right.
in. Ideally, yeah. So that's what the drummers do.
And you wouldn't be able to go into like Audacity and take that sound out, because that would be hard.
No, there's called stems out there. So, anyway.
So that takes care of that question. And
What was the question you almost asked me on the phone, and I told you to wait?
about because I know time is an issue, so I wanted to know if it's possible for you to do like 4 songs in one session, so I can be guaranteed a month's worth.
Yeah, that's ideally the way to do it, yes. And if you really want to be sneaky, you bring different shirts. You can change your shirts. So.
I don't even change shirts for my
know.
own videos, let alone. I wear the same things all the time.
In any kind of content creation and podcasting, it's such a better way to save time if you dedicate a few hours.
Now, how long do you think it would take you if you were going to do 4 songs?
I don't know.
I mean, is it just... I mean, say you know the songs, you set it up.
I mean, if I know the song, I think honestly the Casey and the Sunshine Band song, I just did one take. I just played it once. Just recorded it.
Right. Because you can't stop. If you screw up, you're going to have to start over.
If we did it the way I wanted to do it, it'd be multi-camera and edited, and it'd be perfect. And
Right.
But now the 3 videos I published, if I screwed up, I just had to start over.
Right.
Because it's just one camera,
And
one shot,
we're
no editing.
all for the multi-camera, but that you're not waiting for that.
I know.
So when do you think? I'm not
I
expecting.
was gonna do one now, but you decided to do this video.
I'm not going to. This is a Tuesday. You don't have to have one this Friday. We'll see.
By Christmas.
That is you. And I think that's it for my questiones. Yeah, I'm just gonna be happy to have you do those again.
I know.
I don't know why.
Your foot soldiers, your fans that stick up for you and comment to me.
Well, I know.
You know, they are very concerned about your mental health.
And I noticed that you haven't had one for 2 months, and I was like, that's when I started getting really depressed. So it's your fault.
It's my fault. But people are concerned about you. I don't tell you about all the ways they reach out to me. People are now emailing me, and I just
They do?
Oh yeah. But I don't engage because
Right. Yeah, because I mean,
you know better.
Everybody out there who knows me knows that. I'm not into the
comments.
Right, and I'm not even into the wanting that stuff. You know what I mean? To me, it's all about just getting things out, not having to listen to anything in return. So I'm sorry if they do that.
Well, and it's just hard for me to answer everybody.
Right. Well,
know.
I wouldn't even expect you to.
Yeah.
I certainly don't expect you to. And it doesn't bother me that you didn't tell me. I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of things that you don't.
There's a lot of things I don't tell you. No, but as far as comments I get, don't feel bad if I don't answer or don't tell my mom everything you want me to tell her. Because you might not want to hear it.
Oh no! I don't want to hear anything.
That's why you don't
want to hear. I don't even want to hear good, nice things because none of that matters because it's coming from absolute strangers. And half the time I don't even want advice from people I actually know. So, but yeah, people don't understand that when we do these things, people get attached and.
I know everyone means well.
Yeah, everybody means well.
Everyone
absolutely.
means well.
But it's when people get mad that you don't want to listen to that. Like I'll say, I'm not into comments, and people used to get mad at me. And then when you shouldn't do this then for a living. And it's like, why can't I do something that I enjoy for a living and do it the way I feel like doing it?
You don't have to watch.
Yeah, no, I know. But I do tell Derrick when I put a video out where I know that the title is going to give it away to him that either I'm sad or whatever. I always tell you, just letting you know, I just put out a video that I'm crying through the whole thing, so in case somebody contacts you, I have to tell him first because I don't want people to all of a sudden bombard him with your mother needs help or whatever.
And it's I'm used to it. She cries to me every day, so I'm used to it.
Don't do that. I don't.
No, I'm just kidding.
Anyway, I guess that it is.
How was this? Was this fun?
It was fun.
We got 13 minutes left in the battery.
I have 2 batteries. Is there anything else you want to talk about?
I don't know. One of these days we'll get you on the table in the front of the mics, and you'll have fun.
That was sounding really weird at the beginning there.
Headphones. You know what I mean.
Are we doing surgery? No.
On the mics, on the table, that's lingo.
Okay, I need to learn all the lingo. I do want to be a part of at least one of your podcasts. Not podcasts, but whatever. Just
something in the studio.
Yeah, something in the studio.
Yes, obviously I'm recording
for your channel.
The Rhythm Section podcast in the studio. There's going to be other things I'm developing for Hernando that you don't know about. Studio. And then there might be times where I just want to talk to you or a friend that's just going on the channel that's not necessarily a podcast. It's just
it's not
just
going
something.
out on the.
I have a studio now. Like I want to use it.
Yeah.
And have fun with it, and that's it.
I wanted to do ASMR videos here because I said it'll be so nice and quiet, but we have somebody banging hammers or something outside.
Yeah, they're building something new out there.
All right, Sweet Child O' Mine. Oh, that's one of my songs that I love so much. Not for bass, but I'm just saying.
I will say you made me think of that. There's songs that I can't do because I'll get blocked.
Right. Oh yeah, that's right.
They all get demonetized, but. I can't do Beatles.
All right.
I can't do AC/DC. Can't do Guns N' Roses. Led Zeppelin, blocks. So.
And who did you say? The Eagles?
Eagles.
Yeah, I never knew that we don't hear those songs.
I got to be careful because I don't want to spend time on a song and then it get blocked.
Can you find that out in advance?
There must be a way. I don't know. I've learned these. From watching
I know
other
how.
YouTube channels.
Right, I was going to say if you wanted to do a song, you could just see who else has done covers.
Yeah.
And
the workaround is if you perform the whole song, like if I wanted to do an AC/DC song, I'd have to record myself playing the drums and the bass and the guitars, and you can't use any part of the recording. Of course, I can't do that. I'm not going to sing like AC/DC and play like that. I can't, So that's the workaround. So for the most part, when you see people playing a Beatles song on their channel, it's because they've recorded the drums, they've recorded the bass and guitars and singing. It's all been redone.
Right.
That's the only way you can get around that. Where other artists, most artists get it, and they want their music out there. I don't mind being demonetized. They deserve the money. It's their licensed music. I get it.
Right.
But the bands that block and say nope, like Jimi Hendrix is another one. Jimi Hendrix, their state, they don't want anything. Like the Eagles. Like I remember I told you about the Letterman show, David Letterman.
Yeah, that he never
They
could
couldn't
have.
perform the Eagles. They couldn't perform Jimi Hendrix stuff.
Yeah.
Which is weird to me because it's like you're going to get paid for the usage, but then why don't you want the younger kids? Like kids are on YouTube, TikTok.
Right.
You know, like the stuff that just happened with Stranger Things. You know what that happened there?
No.
The singer.
Oh yes, yeah, the song "Running Up the Hill."
Running Up the Hill is prime
Yes.
example. It was on Stranger Things. It was on TikTok. She could have said no, I don't want to use it
Right.
for any of that, and no one would have heard about that song.
Yeah.
But now because she was like,
I had never.
but she was like, yeah, sure, use it.
Yeah.
She sold like 1 million records
I know.
because of all or streams, downloads.
Yeah, the streams went
Because
up
a whole-
900%.
There's a whole new generation that had no idea who
Right.
she was. There's a lot of kids out there, believe it or not, that do not know who Jimi Hendrix is.
Yeah, I'm
Just,
sure.
They just don't.
I'm sure Skylar doesn't.
Yeah, it's beyond them now. But if you put Jimi Hendrix song on TikTok,
Right, they're going to know.
yeah. But
Yeah.
some artists don't get it. They're really tight about it for whatever reason. So, oh well.
Yeah. Well, I want to do this again with you at some point. We had said
Nope.
before I moved here that we'll be able to do videos together and you know and then
Took a year.
it was a rough year. It was a different kind of year.
Certainly was.
And yeah, so you know we're doing it now. That's all there is to it, and we will do it again.
Nope. No more of this. Where's my funny bone? Where's my eating contest?
Oh yeah,
Am I
that's
supposed
right.
to
I
eat
have to
something?
link to that video. And then we did one with Skylar
I had hair back then.
with the pizza. We had to do that
Yeah.
pizza challenge thing
I had
or
hair
whatever.
back then too.
Yeah, and you when you decided to do a channel, I was like, oh my god! I mean, he barely speaks on camera.
Well, by then
you know?
I was because of my old PodLogix podcast and just.
That's right.
I
You had
mean,
started on just. I know. So yeah, you were. That's right. Because that's why you said now maybe I'll be able to just have a channel.
And my channel
Yeah.
helped me grow even further to be able to do things I'm doing now. So it was a progression.
Yes. Yes.
It was a
I'll
progression.
still never forget that first night when you said, you know, let your audience know, and if I can get 1,000 subscribers, I'll do
worked.
a video. And it was overnight.
1,000 subscribers.
Yeah.
And then monetized in 30 days.
Yeah, 25 days.
Yeah.
I saw one of your videos
Yeah.
that said that. I was looking through your videos. I was trying to find some clips of your videos, and I found the one that I wanted. But anyway, so cool beans.
Yeah.
We'll just. That
was fun. This is
You
fun.
know,
I was
it
just
is.
playing
It
it.
is. I know.
But we're not doing it again.
Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll be back with more soon. Bye.